Hello student, let's starting create an application using Forge Atlassian and deploy on the Atlassian server. Before you begin, what you need to know? You need to know JavaScript and as well as to be familiar with the React.js. So let's start. So set up Node.js for the Windows, and if you are in Apple, macOS and Linux, you can install NVM. So my machine is Windows 10. I'm installing Node.js. Since I have already installed Node.js, let's move to the install for CLI. How we can install this? Copy this command and paste in your. For this, you need to open command prompt as administrator rights. For this, press Windows button and search for command prompt and run as an administrator. Click on yes and now type the command here. So now let's check its version by adding a new command which is force version. So let's click copy and paste here. So we can see there is a 11.3.0 Forge version is installed in our system. Let's move to the documents. If you need any help regarding the Forge commands, you just need to type Forge hyphen help, which is Forge hyphen help. It will show all the commands related to the Forge, in which we can see autocomplete, create, deploy, eligibility, environments, feedback, help, install, link, login, logout, logs, providers, register settings, storage, and many more we can see. Install the first CLI. What in next process is to login in the Atlassian with the API token. So we need to create first API token. For this, we need to go to this website. Click here. It will open a new page. So we can see API token page. We can see two buttons are there, which is first one is create classic API token and revoke all API tokens. We need to create API token to login with Forge account. So let's create a API token. What? So we need to give name that describe what it does and select an expiration date when it should be expire. So let's give a name it to hello world. We will be going to create a new project which is hello world, and let's make it to expire on 1st May 2025 and click on create. So we can see API token is created, and before moving ahead we need to copy the API token and save it to inside a file. So I have copied this token. I will save it in my file or folder. So what we have done here, we have logged into API token page, create new API token, edit a label and copy it to clipboard. Now we need to log in CLI with forge login command. So let's open the folder where we need to create a project. So I have opened the folder. So let's open a command prompt here. We need to write a command forge login. Let's enter. It asks for your email address. So let's enter email address. Now it asks API token. The input will be hidden. So you just need to click, right click on the mouse. It will automatically add the API token and then hit enter button. So we can see we are now logged in. I am logged in as a Deepak Soni. If you want to see that you are logged in or not, so you can write a command which is forge who am I. It will let you know the logged in user detail. So we can see I'm logged in as a Deepak Soni and my account ID is. So now let's create a project with Atlassian Forge. So let's click on build a Jira Hello World app to see the example how we can create the application. So there is a command to create application which is forge create. So let's create a project by adding command forge create. Enter a name of your application. So write the name of your app which you want to create. So in my case, I'm creating a Hello World app. Now select the context. So we will deploy our application to the Jira. So let's select the Jira. We will select custom UI and then we will select issue glance. Jira issue glance. We can also select Jira issue context. So let's select Jira issue glance. Hello world application is created and ready to work. So let's go to the directory, enter cd and write the application name hello world. Now we have entered to the application directory. Now open it inside Visual Studio. We can see our project directory. First node module, src, static, gitignore file, manifest file, which is the main file of our application, package log.json, package.json, and readme file. In the static folder, we can see hello world folder. Inside hello world, we can see public and src. So the static folder belongs to the React application. So here we will work for the UI changes and UI related. In the app.js, we can see use effect and app renders. So it's React component. Also, we can see this index.js, which is rendering our application. On the index.js, we can see there is a div with ID root. So whole application will be deployed to the root. In the manifest file, we can see which modules we have used, which is Jira issue glance. Also, we can see which resolver function we are using, what is the title of our application, which UI we have used, and the functions with its key and handler. Also, we can see resources. In the resources, we can see that inside a static folder, there is a folder which is hello world, and there is another folder which is build. So our UI will be built inside this folder and deployed to the Atlassian server. Also, we can see runtime is Node.js 22.x and it's our application ID. So don't change ID because it is the main thing to deploy our application to the Atlassian cloud server. So this is the basic overview of our application. So we can change this hello world name to our own name, like we can say hello world. So hello world is fine because our application is hello world. If you change this hello world name, you also need to change its manifest file its reference in manifest file. So we want to deploy our application on the Atlassian server. So what we need to do first, we need to build our React application. How can we build our application? We need to go to the React library, React directory. So how can we go to it? We can write cd static and hello world. Static cd hello world, and here we will install the packages first. Npm install. It will install all the dependencies inside our static folder. We can see all the dependency and packages are installed in our static file or folder. Now we will go to the static file app.js. Here we can see the data. First, it is saying loading, and in the use effect function is called, which is invoke. The invoke function is calling get text function, which is a Atlassian servers function. It will invoke with this variable and then set data to this state variable. So let's check what this get text function is. So click on this src folder, click on index.js file. So here we have defined resolver dot define get text function. What does it do? It logs a request and return hello world. Hello world. So we can replace what we want, hello world, from local machine. So let's save it. And for the deploying this application to the Atlassian server, we need to build this static folder. For this, we will need to do npm run build command, which will build this React.js folder and create static files. Let's wait to build it. So build is complete. Now we are ready to deploy our application to Atlassian server. Let's move back to the main root directory. So our root directory is hello world. We need to deploy our application. What are the commands? Let's check here. We have done hello world application creation file. Now there is two command. First, force deploy. Once it is deployed, we need to install the application by running command forge install. So first, copy this command forge deploy. While it is creating, I will show you my Atlassian site. So I have selected issue glance and we can see that all issues are there. Let's select any one issue and click. On the right side, we will see issue glance, which we have selected. In this issue glance, we will see our application. Now we can see only one application, which is QR scanner deployed using custom UI. We click on it, it will show. It's loading. Now it's done. We can see hello world. So this application I have deployed previously. Current application is deploying on the Atlassian server. Let's wait it. So Forge deploy command executed successfully. Now we will apply another command which is Forge install. Click here, select Jira, enter your site URL. You can find your site URL on the URL tab. Copy this URL and paste here. Do you want to continue? Yes. It will install this application to the Jira on the development environment. So we can see our application deployed on the development environment and installed on Jira with this site. It's my site. So now let's move to this site and reload this page. We are inside an issue. So we are reloading this page and we will see issue glance. So it is loading now. We will see our application soon here. We can see our application, which is Hello World, deployed on the dev environment with custom UI. Let's click and open it. So skeleton is loading. It's loading now. Now we can see the text Hello World from local machine, which we have written from the VS Code and deployed using command and up, installed this application on Atlassian. So that is for the whole video. So in this video, we have seen how we can create Atlassian application and deploy on the Atlassian server. Also, we have learned about creating API token, how we can create and store in our system. Also, we have seen we can select how can we select and create application using custom UI. Also, we have learned about manifest file and forge runtime. Also, we have seen static folder which contains React code. So that's it for all in this video. Thank you so much for watching.